So now, if you've been under a rock and you haven't heard that there's been war basically declared on biological women from the trans female community, and these trans women are coming out telling biological women that they don't own periods. So now, Just Hilarious has chimed in, Tasha K has chimed in, and they've dropped bombs. But now the trans community is beginning to fight back and throw their hooks and uppercuts. And there's one trans person that had a lot to say, and they tuned in and really went in on women. And let's tune in to hear what they had to say, and then we'll come right back.
Stop being so simple and so much insecure. The power between trans women and cisgender women and the power of both of us, it would show the world what a real woman is and what real womanhood is. And this is the perfect time for me to say, this is the perfect time to say this. As I was transitioning, I never gave a pronouns. Like, I remember, like, as I was transitioning, you know, you run into this era, like, when you really give a about how people identify you or how people give you your pronouns. I only started being really big on my pronouns when I realized people were gendering me out of disrespect. Because when you are a grown man, or when you are a boy, when you're a gay boy, it's like, yes, Miss Thing, yes, girl, you so silly. But you start to physically look like a woman and you're starting to evolve as a woman and carry yourself like a woman, move like a woman, maneuver like a woman, live like a woman. That's when those pronouns start to be she, like all that slick shit. I'm a woman. Because that type of shit never moved because I am who I am. But when you realize people are only doing it out of spite, and when you realize people who don't know you are calling you ma'am, that's when you get into the place where you make people, bitch, I'm a woman. And my pronouns are she, her, and hers. Nobody give a no motherfucking title. I'm looking for happiness. I want stability. I want peace. I want love in my life. Don't I give a no gender. When I walk through these streets, these men don't see my and that's the only thing that makes you whole and I'm trans. There's a lot of women with deep voices. And there's a lot of big around here with a lot of y'all grandmamas and mamas got mustaches and beards. Let's be clear, there was an article going around today. A 59-year-old woman was killed because they thought she was trans. They think Just Hilarious is trans.
Now, as you can see, that trans woman had a lot to say towards these women. But Monroe, who's always been, a spokesman for the trans community, but he also speaks about having children of his own and speaking on behalf of biological women and men community. He speaks on behalf of the black community as a whole. Monroe doesn't separate the two. I mean, he may say some things that I disagree with, but he also says a lot of things that I also do agree with. Monroe has something to say about the trans community and the disrespect that they have towards black women. Let's listen to that and we'll come right back.
I know trans women who have had SRS surgeries that don't want to have periods. I know biological women that don't want to have periods. So why would you even be talking about a period? And then why would y'all come in talking about the way she looked or who she got spooked by? That had nothing to do with the argument. That's a distraction, Donald Trump, or that's your lack of intelligence because you think you got all these followers and you got a big name that people are going to automatically fall into the play. That's what you say. What I need for my biological women is for more biological women to stand up for yourselves, because here's the killer. As a young gay boy or as a young fag or whatever the word is, 99% of us, our best friend was a female. Our best friend was a female. Then we found our transism and our gayism, and now we better than them. Y'all better pay attention. Your best friend was always a biological girl. Oh, but now you better. Girl, sit your dumb ass down.
Now, as you can see, Monroe went on to say that a lot of the trans women, your best friends and the first people that embraced you were women. In the church, in school, in the communities that we come from. You were embraced, and your best friends in the community were women. Women graced you and allowed you to hang around them. And because young men and grown men, that wasn't acceptable. We wasn't rocking with it. We didn't accept it. So for you to now get in position to disrespect women, turn on women in the manner in which you do, uh, Flame Monroe is saying that it's disrespectful. And Flame Monroe just dropped the bomb because Flame Monroe is telling the truth. I remember going to school and you had the one gay kid. That one gay boy didn't hang with us. He hung with the girls. He jump rope with the girls. He hung over there in home economics and class and whatever they were doing, they did with the women. The choir director at the church or the organ player at the church, they were hanging around women. It wasn't accepted by men. So now when you get in this position and you feel like you have arrived, you have the audacity to say that you can do these things better than the women would. You have the audacity to tell women that they don't own periods. And when you see how disgruntled the women are towards this, you double down on it. Because you never look, not all, but a lot of you never looked at women as your ally. You wanted to take their place. So Flame Monroe is imploring and telling women to speak up for themselves. Don't let these people come in here, and when you open up the door for them and allow them to come in. The reason why they're doing makeup, the reason why they're doing drag is because biological women accepted them when men didn't accept them. They were accepted and befriended by biological women. So Flame Monroe is imploring women to speak up for themselves because he's not in agreement with that. And salute to Flame Monroe for that, for speaking up for women. And he said something when he was on a channel with Rizza Islam where he said that a lot of these trans people, LGBT community, take the stance that they have because they actually have no children. And that's why they think and talk the way that they talk. So when Flame Monroe had a very interesting, a very good interview with Rizza Islam. It was very informative. And some things I agree with, a lot of things I agree with, some things I didn't agree with. But I respect the fact that Flame Monroe can be who he is, but still recognize that he's a black man and still recognize the struggles of the black community. And he doesn't tie the LGBT community struggles to the black community. He sees it as something different. I can respect that. But this is the ongoing war going on now that straight men tried to warn biological women about and what was coming. Because remember, y'all, what this man is saying about straight women, me as a straight man, I would never be able to say, but he can get away with saying it because he identifies as a woman. He can blatantly, totally disrespect black women and get away with it. And I have a problem with that because I have daughters, I have a wife, and he's out of line and he's out of pocket. But leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.